when you're looking for power punches, you generally lose the speed, like this.
Now there he was lunging, but he wasn't.
And then that goes the other way as well. When you're just looking for speed, you generally lose the power, like this. Now, a lot of people who punch really fast, like a Floyd Mayweather, or someone who springs to mind like Paulie Malignaggi, who was a multiple weight world champion, don't generally have a lot of power in their punches. Now, a lot of people say speed kills, which, yeah, it does. And if you can punch fast, you can generate power from that punch as well. Well, you can if you're doing it a certain type of way, which I'm going to show you on this video.
Slightly staggered after that last left hand, and down he goes. Solid left hand.
And then you've got someone like Big George Foreman, who was the most powerful puncher of all time. His punches were pretty slow. But out of the 76 fights he won, he knocked out 68 people. That is a whopping 84% knockout percentage. But like we've just seen Big George doing there, punching hard doesn't mean you've got to punch fast. So which one would you rather be? Would you rather be the speed puncher, or would you rather be the knockout puncher? But just because you've got so much speed or so much power doesn't mean you're going to have so much success in boxing, because it's all about the brain and how smart you are in the ring. You could be the fastest puncher in the world, but if you've got a low boxing IQ, you know, it's pointless. You could be the hardest puncher in the world, but if you can't land that punch, what's the point? Now, the key in boxing is to be able to punch fast and hard, but also have a great defense, but also have good footwork, and also have good reactions. Oh, also have great stamina. But right now, I'm going to get my gloves, put them on. I'm going to give you 4 tips to be able to punch faster. I'm going to give you 4 tips to be able to punch harder. And at the end, I'm going to give you a tip that will help you punch harder and faster at the same time. And then you can decide what wins, speed versus power. Now, these speed and power tips can work with just about any punch from either hand. First, let's talk about the 4 tips to be able to help you punch faster. Now, the first one is something that Floyd Mayweather used to always do. And it would be, rather than throwing his jab or his punches from here, like this, which is still pretty fast, what he would do, he would have his arms out a bit here. Now, if my arm's here, it's got less distance to travel from there to there than it would have from here all the way there and all the way back. So if it's got less distance to travel, guess what? It will get there faster, just like this. From there, arms are out, even my right hand's out. Look at the speed of that. Moving on to number 2 is what Cus Tomorrow used to have Mike Tyson doing, and that was making 2 punches sound like 1 punch. So rather than the 1-2, bah, bah, sound like that, bah, 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 what we do, we went, bah, 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 bah. And now when I think about that sound, I'm going to be able to punch faster because I'm thinking about the sound. There, it's there again. Yeah, it's not as fast as Mike Tyson's, but thinking about the sound of the speed will help you punch faster. And that goes for if you're throwing a 1-2 hook, rather than ba ba ba, but ba ba ba, ba ba ba, 1 ba ba. It's faster. Now, moving on to number 3 is not telegraphing your punches. I see all the time where people be hitting the bags and they'll throw a 1-2. That was a telegraph there, because what I did, I pulled it back then punched. If you're pulling your arm back, anyone with experience can see this coming. But the goal is to get it either from your face, or if you're looking for the speed with the arm out here, from there, then throw it. From here, then throw it. Rather than boom, it's going to be bah, bah. No telegraphing. I've done a full video showing you how not to telegraph your punches. Watch that one next after this. And we're moving on to number 4, which is thinking about speed punches. If you think about it, you're way more likely to be able to throw them faster. If you're going in there just throwing punches on the bags, just thinking about, you know, I want to get a good workout in, you're never going to be able to increase the speed of the punches. But if you think about the speed of the punch, when you come to doing it on the bags or in sparring or wherever you're going to be punching, you'll be able to do it without thinking about it. But first, think about it. Now moving on to the 4 power tips. The first one, just like we seen George Foreman on that heavy bag, which is punch through the bag. Now, I know we can't punch through these leather bags, but I want you to visualize that you're going to try and punch through it. So rather than your punch landing here, where the target is, you want to get your punch landing through there like that. And when I do that, you can see the power there. And that goes for any punch. With the hook, rather than like this, I want to punch through, so my arm goes through it, and it'll go like this. And you see the power increase there. Same with the uppercut. Rather than there, I want to punch through it, and the power increases. And get into good habits by thinking about this every time you're punching the bag. You'll end up punching through the target without even having to think about it. Now moving on to number 2 is this. A tight fist. And have hand wraps on. I haven't got wraps on, you should always have hand wraps on. But have a tight fist, keeping your full body relaxed here, but a tight fist when you throw that punch, and the punch will be stronger. If you focus on that really tight fist, but relaxing your full body, I guarantee you'll see an instant increase in power. But you need to stay relaxed when you do it. Like there was a very tight fist, and look at the bag, it's swinging everywhere. Now number 3 is turning into your punches, whatever punch you're going to throw. If I'm throwing it across, I need to turn into it. This is getting the body weight behind the punch. If I'm throwing a hook, I need to turn the body, transferring the weight. So when I'm standing here, the weight's 50-50. When I turn into a cross, that's transferring my body weight behind the punch, and it's putting 60% of the weight to my front leg. Now from there, I'm going to throw the hook, transferring the weight back. Transferring that weight will help you increase the power into the punch. And number 4, before I show you how to get speed and power into the punch, is don't push your punches. I see this all the time. People will be looking for power and they'll throw it. That's a push. Yeah, the bag's swinging because I pushed the bloody thing. I didn't punch it. And it's the same with hooks. No, mate, that's pushing. Now, not only does it look stupid because the bag's swinging and I've lost control of the bag, but I'm not getting power in the punch, and it would never land even in a fight either. So you never want to push your punches. And now I want to show you how to get speed and power into the punches. And as well, what this is great for is getting you into range to land them punches. And this is something that Manny Pacquiao does. Yes, he's got crazy speed, but he's also got crazy power as well. You see when he knocked out Ricky Hatton?
Boom! Oh my gosh, what a straight left hand. That is that. What an amazing knockout shot. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible.
And when I studied Manny, this technique doesn't only get the power in the punch, it gets the speed in the punch as well. And what he's doing, he's on his feet here, he's on his toes. And then when he throws down punches, he's stepping and punching at the same time. And when he's doing this, he's getting the momentum of his body weight behind the punches because he's stepping with them punches. And it looks like this with a 1-2. Watch the feet, watch the hands, watch the speed, watch the power. So I'm here, like Manny Pacquiao, but not as good. Then all of a sudden it's... Now you've seen the speed. Look at the power. The bag is going everywhere. I wasn't pushing the bag, I was punching the bag. I was stepping as I was throwing the punches. And that was great speed, great power. Now if you want some exercises to help improve the speed of your punches, click here and watch this video next where I give you 3 great exercises to increase the speed of your punches. Click here and watch this next.